Morning. No matter how many times we repeat it, but the truth needs to be said again and again, especially in these times when mind and ego is really taking over. And the truth of the matter is, and the truth of our existence is, and the truth of ourselves is, and the truth of everyone, including plants, animals, and each one of us, is only love. And anything, any path, any thought that takes you away from that, from hating others, and of creating barriers amongst the ones that you love and you hold dearly, is a path that needs to be eschewed. It needs to be given away. Any thought that, creates barriers amongst us, creates differences amongst us, needs to be shunned immediately. It is the poison of today's world that's coming out. We consume it, that halal, and then we start seeing the whole world as poisonous. And we start sending poison out in the world. And we wonder where this negativity comes from. It's just from us. We just suddenly the same people you love, suddenly you start to hate them for no rhyme or reason, just because it hurts you and somewhere your ego gets pricked, and suddenly love becomes poison. So, and that was a battle between the asuras and the devatas. This whole idea of churning of the seas was this battle of finding the nectar of immortality. But before the nectar comes the poison out. So when this transformation starts to take place, first poison comes out from all of us. Because we've been holding on to this poison, which is deep-seated in us, and something triggers it. And this poison comes out. We're not able to handle it. Because only after the poison is taken away will the love come. Will the nectar of immortality. The nectar of immortality is love, is nothing else. Is this love, which I just witnessed now. What happened? And you said, just love. What's the deep inside feeling? It's just pure love. There's nothing else. There is only that truth. Everything else is a false, is a lie, is a deception, is a imagination, is a projection. And we choose to get caught in it because of the stories that we make in our head. Please do not make any story. There is none. Everyone is our own. There is only one. There are not many. Please, we need to just be looking at each other with this gaze of love. But this gaze of love is a pure love. It sans any tit for tat. It is sans any what is it in it for me. What am I getting in return? Nothing. All you get in return is love. All we do is for love. All that comes back to us is love. It's a zero-sum game. There's nothing to be won. There is nothing to be lost. The only thing to be lost is your ego. And there is only one thing to be won. It is your love. It is the love of others that you win. But you have to lose your ego for that. But ego is so dangerous. It just comes in and just spoils everything. All that you've held so dearly suddenly can go away in a fit of anger, because anger comes from ego. That I know it all. That surfaces. And it surfaces every now and then. But what is the balance? That is when it comes, that is when you need knowledge. That is when you need jnana. Then it is when you need the fire of knowledge. And then in that fire of knowledge you realize, you are being led astray by your ego. And that is when you become alert. That is when you become aware. And that is when you realize, I can fall into this abyss once again and burn all over again. Go back to where I started. And you said, no. I'm not going to be caught again. I'm not going to become a victim of this again. No, I will never ever fall prey to this again. But there are those who do. But what do? They want to suffer in this ego. But we will still love them. We will still send the energy of love because we have known nothing other than to love. We still hold the bridge of love. People may want to burn it, but we will keep the bridge open. One day, everybody is going to come home. That's where the flock of Jesus comes back home. God has been waiting for this time. It's okay. These comings and goings are part of game. But as long as you remember it's a game and not get caught with it, it's just perfect. It is as is meant to be. Life, remember, is only for loving, to be loved, to love, and to express this love freely, without holding anything in our heart, without expecting anything from anyone, just to be in love. That's the liberation, that's moksha, that's enlightenment, that's the nectar for which everybody is taking a dip in Mahakumbh. It's all about this. How can there be anything else? So let go of your hallucinations. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Happy Mauni Amavasya.